Hi, and welcome to Home Based Business Review. I'm your host, Carl Douglas, and I got to tell you, I get excited when I talk to people about their why. And it's important to know your why. So I have Robert Smith. He is a home based business owner right now. Robert, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for inviting me, Carl.
You know what? It's my pleasure, my pleasure. Listen, there's going to be a lot of people are going to be sitting and watching this recording, and they're going to wonder probably ask you some questions which they are asking themselves the same question. So we're going to cover why, Robert, why did you want to start your own home-based business? Let's talk about that first.
Well, that is a multi answers to that question. My why is basically more so not only for me, but also my children and my grandchildren and any legacy I have in the future. If you would have, if you known me a little earlier, and I'm talking about 30, 40 years ago, you thought I would be one of the most successful people around. I've always thought of myself to be successful. I was always energy driven, positive, motivated, always looking at positive things, going to these meetings. Not a great avid reader of books, but I did my best in reading books that I can.
Hmm. All
But
right.
as life, uh, but but what life doesn't actually train most people for is for the curveballs. You always think that you're going to have something positive. You look at the positive, but you don't pay attention to the curveballs that's going to be
Hmm.
thrown at you because you don't recognize them and you don't see them. Because of that, I became what I could say what I am right now. Um, um, I'm not successful as I wanted to be, and so my why became more so for now my own personal self because I'm 66 now and I'm going into I've been forced into retirement. I'm still moving around. I'm not in a wheelchair. I still have my I'm able to get around like I do. I still practice martial arts whenever I can, but uh, I have to. My why is mainly for myself because I want my future to be something for me. And when it's time for me to go, I would have something to leave to for my children and grandchildren.
That's a good reason. Um, we're you are around the same age, pretty much,
Hmm.
and I love the fact that it's bigger than you. When you
Yeah.
said your grandkids, that why is way bigger than you.
Hmm.
And and when we come to this time in our life, let's go back in the past. Remember when we first got out of high school and how we were going to say, "Oh man, I'm gonna take on the world,"
Right.
and then
Right.
life happens, right?
Uh huh.
You know,
Yeah.
but we go to work and we hit our 30s, we hit our 40s, and when we hit like between 30 and 40, we kind of wake up a little bit,
Yeah.
and
What?
we see that we've been paid. People have been telling us how much we're worth an hour, if
Hmm.
you know what I mean,
Hmm.
and we felt like we've been used. We get to thinking, oh man, my back is starting to hurt now. My fingers are stiff. When I go home, I'm tired all the time. You know, we get that wake up call.
Yeah.
Okay, and then our children that we had, they go on in the world and they do their thing. But then we start having grandkids. Something about those grandkids, you really think,
Yeah. They're so cute.
yeah, oh yeah, and then you kind of get that snap in your walk again. You just that the mind is looking more serious about leaving something for them. Like you're saying, you do it for yourself, but it has to be bigger than all the money because you wouldn't take $1 billion, right, from any of your children, right?
No. No.
No,
No.
wait a minute. I have one. I probably take the dollar. No, I'm just playing. But no, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, so I'm kind of mixing this up with my why and your why because like we're around the same age, so we have something in common. We think the same,
Right.
and we kind of look back at our past, right? And we
Hmm.
think about, what could I have done differently?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what could I have done differently? I could have traveled more with my children. How many of us, and I'm talking directly with our audience, how many of us have worked countless hours and took that time away from our children, and some of that we regret because some of those jobs are no longer there.
Hmm.
And that's where wisdom comes in. See, I tell my kids, look, when you get older, you don't understand these things when you have children because they work all like hours and like 3 or 4 jobs, and they work like that. But in 5 or 10 years from now, they're gonna look back and say, "Wow, I didn't see my kids, progress in their life. I was only there bits and pieces at a time." So I'm saying this to all you folks out there right now. If you're wanting to leave something for your children, leave your time for them. And if you
Hmm.
want to leave something for yourself for them, then you need to be smart and understand that you need to find your purpose,
Right.
okay, in life. So tell me, Robert. All that said, we can't do nothing about the past, right? But we can do a lot about the future at this point in our life. Would you agree?
Yeah. I remember Tony Robinson saying something one time before where
Hmm.
your past does not equal your future. And in a way,
Ooh,
that was,
that's good. That's good. Hmm.
yeah, in a way, it was a little bit above my head. But as I became more mature and more older, it started to register to me a lot more. And when
Hmm.
I found that out, I realized that what you have done in your past does not equal to what you're going to be doing in your future because we're always renewing ourselves every time. In other
Yes.
words, when you were born as a little newborn baby in somebody's hand. A year later, you're bigger. Another year later, you're bigger. And we keep growing and growing and growing to where we are right now. So even though we would all like to go back to our past when we were born or start our
Yes.
lives all over again, we can't do that. So we have to keep moving forward and go into our future. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Now, I've made many mistakes. I made many mistakes, and these mistakes that I have made has been a result of what my life is right now. But I can't go back and change any of those mistakes that I've done. But what I'm trying to do right now is trying to develop something for now, for develop something for my future where I can at least say, hey, I did it or I made it. Because see, a lot of people go ahead and say, well, uh, got these get rich quick or gurus or people you talk to on the thing. They always talk about, well, we can help you get this, we can help you get that. You can make thousands or millions of dollars doing that and everything else. And you want to go ahead and do it. Sometimes you're a little skeptical, and other times you say, well, hell, what else I got to lose? And you go ahead and do it. And
Yes.
you go ahead and do it, and come to find out it was something that they left out, or it wasn't where they were supposed to be, or the customer service doesn't give you the service that you want, and you
Right.
wind up messing your own self up. You losing your money, and then you look at that. I only can chalk it up as a learner's something that you learned in life.
Yes.
What I wanted to do with myself is just ask somebody, hey, show me how to fish. That's the old phraseology I like to use. In other words, it says you can if you give a man a fish for a day, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, feed him for a lifetime. I want to learn how to fish. I want to be fed for a lifetime, and at the same time, if the Lord blesses me, then I'll be able to give back to other people and teach them how to fish too. But you can't give anybody no fish if you don't know how to do it yourself, and that's
Exactly.
why I like to go ahead and say that's why I feel that the Lord introduced you to me in the strange way that we met. I was expecting you doing when I first met you. I just saw you as a friend on Facebook, and I was heard a presentation the other time with a person talking about well how he got other people from Facebook to help them out. So I said, well, heck, let me do the same thing. So I started typing everybody, and I say, hey, thank you for your post. Could you help me out? Could you mind repost your post to the people that's on your post to help me out to help start my business?
Right.
And to my surprise, I got you, and I said, that's interesting. I called you back, and truthfully, honestly, until then, other than you were a friend, I did not know who you were. I just knew you as another person on Facebook. That's it.
Yes.
But as we got to know each other and got to talking and all like that, I saw that we started gravitating toward each other in a way where uh, I saw that you were somebody special, but at the same time, God opened your heart to come and want to show me how to do it. So I'm thankful for what you're doing, and I'm all for it because I'm so excited right now. I know for a year from now, I'm going to my life is going to be changed, maybe even earlier than that, because
Yes.
one of the things I was reading, it was that book on the Millionaire Mind, said what you gave me the free. I read that, and I was totally shocked on a lot of stuff I read. I saw myself in many ways. I saw the people who's been the hindrance in my life. I saw how I have been pre-programmed to be what I am today, and now I'm learning how to unprogram myself to be able to put in new programming where I can go forward to develop a life and a future for myself and be what I want to be. In other words, like you said, receiving my why, getting my why, what I want. Because my why is, my why when I was in my teens is what my why is today. So
Yes.
you find yourself constantly changing and evolving. And I've evolved to the point where right now where even though I'm considered old in a lot of people's mind, I am determined to grow into something that I never been before.
Yeah. That is very important. That what you just said was your biggest breakthrough, believe it or not. Okay. You understand your why, and not only do you understand, but you moving into that. You're looking at the old you and you're moving into the new you. You're taking off that suit that you've
Right.
been wearing, and you're ready. It's your timing. It's your time. Okay. And I'm proud to know you because if you go to any school, any class, or anybody who's teaching, they want to teach the people who are listening.
Mm,
Okay. Not hearing, but listening to understand what they need to do. It's not about me. It's
mm,
about you. And you're becoming a mentor yourself, believe it or not. You're stepping into that.
mm.
Okay. I truly believe that. And that's what I'm excited about. Okay. And I wish we had more time because I'd like to dive into a little bit of that. But I will bring you back. Okay. And we can talk more about the person you became. Okay.
Well, I
Even
love.
even me today, with my experience, I'm still learning. It's an ongoing learn. I mean, I love to suck up and be around people who has what I want, so I can
Right.
give back to my generation, to
Right.
my children. You know, so but you have to understand it's bigger than you. You got to understand that why, as we just said. But Robert, thank you for being on Home Based Business Review, and I would love to bring you back. Would you come back, Robert?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
And I
And
will be
there's
a totally different person for what y'all saw this time. I promise you. I mean,
yes,
look at this video right now, see how I am, and tell me if you see a change in me the next time I come back. That's all I got to say. Because
you
I
know,
can
mhm. We
just
can.
saying right now, like you said,
Mhm.
when you stop learning, that's when you die.
That's right. That's right. And we can feel it. I can feel it. I'm sure they can feel it. And if they don't feel it because what are they doing? They just hear it. They gotta listen. All right. Once again, thanks again, Robert. We'll see you soon. And bye to everyone in the audience. And if you have questions you want to bring to the forefront, you know how to get a hold of us, and we'll be happy to reply to some of those questions. But bye for now. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.